Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather today. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather health risk for January 11th, 2026. We do keep additional graphics available at tpatw.com, and we do have a storefront on Amazon. Amazon purchases made through our storefront do support the activities of the patient weather. Looking at the surface map for Sunday the 11th, you can see high pressure dominating the U.S. from coast to coast. There is that remnant of a low up in the northeast, still causing some snow and difficulties, but the cold front associated with it is hanging only across southern Florida. You'll note there is a little bit of a warm front. Really, what we're talking about there is downslope warming of most of the Rockies or the western half of the country. Looking at our vitality index, which is our measure of each of the individual weather elements that can have a weather impact, you can see that most of the impact area is east of the Mississippi, although you can see that next little bit of cold air trying to push into the Rockies, rather into the Dakotas. Looking at the pressure change, and this is always an important aspect of the weather health impact, the pressure change will be falling across the Dakotas, north and south, and falling across New England from upstate New York all the way across Maine. You'll note that we have post-frontal rising pressure, a significant area of rising pressure from the Mississippi River east all the way up to the lakes, across the lakes, and across the southeast, especially all the way along the Gulf, and really getting into northern Florida, then back up the eastern seaboard, up to about New Jersey, Maryland, and into the western half of Pennsylvania. The heart of this will, of course, still be in the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes. Looking at temperature change and very much following that change we've been talking about, warming temperatures here in the plains, falling temperatures, post-frontal falling temperatures everywhere east of the Mississippi. Looking at dew point, you can see it very much reinforces what we've been talking about with the falling dew points here in the east, rising dew points up the plains, and actually a bit even in the central plains, but very significantly across the northern plains. Vapor pressure, again, supporting the same activity with the really focus of the the drying right here in the southeast and up into the mid-Atlantic states. Looking at POI, and POI is hard to be significantly different with this oxygen availability with the strength of that falling and high pressure. You'll see we do have a risk of asthma arthritis, not really high across most of the West. However, for California, where the changes are generally so slight, there will be that significant risk of asthma and arthritis here in California. Note also that the risk of asthma and arthritis is very significant across the Dakotas and then again across New England. However, the heart of the issue here is the risk of migraine, and it is a significant risk of migraine, at least migraine and mood, running from the Mississippi, Louisiana, all the way up through Iowa, across Wisconsin into the Great Lakes, and then all the way from central Florida, clear on up the coast, all the way to Maryland and Pennsylvania. The heart of the risk, the heaviest risk, the headache risk, is here in the southeast and up into the Tennessee and Ohio Valley. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated.